Hey guys, how are we all? Welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Libra for the final week of October 2021. This can resonate with your Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus sign, so please check out the other available videos on the channel so you get a fuller, more rounded picture of what potentially could be happening in your love life for this week. Obviously these are timeless reads, so it's kind of whenever you come across this reading where it's most likely going to resonate. So I could be reading for yourself or for your love interest, however this best resonates for you, so please flip the roles and use your own discernment in relation to that, okay guys? If there are parts of the message that resonate, then that's great. If the reading resonates, that's cool as well. If it doesn't resonate, then it's just simply not your message, okay guys? So please take what you feel fits and leave the rest. So what have we got happening for Libra, please? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus sign for love for the final week of October. So I can't believe that we're nearly in November, guys. The year has just flown by. Also as well, there's Halloween at the end of this week, so I hope that you guys enjoy Halloween and have a great time and get a chance to dress up, etc. Be great fun. So I hope you get a chance to enjoy that. So anyway, let's get into this reading, shall we, for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Obviously you can put a timestamp so that you don't have to listen to the intro. But let's have a look, shall we? Libra, please. Ooh, I don't know, I'm not going to take that because my hands felt a bit funny. Let's go for this. Oh, Ace of Cups in reverse. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. The Chariot. Let's talk about this for a moment. So we have Cancerian energy, Earth energy and more water energy here. Bottom of the deck we have the King of Cups. So what I'm getting here is somebody is feeling a little bit fed up from being single. Not gonna lie, that is basically what this is saying here with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Cups. Someone feels really fed up and they're wanting to move forward in their love life like pronto. And they're wanting a two-way love. They want to be in a proper relationship with a long-term commitment of sorts, something that is going to be emotionally fulfilling, and potentially either you or your love interest has just had enough and they're having this recognition that they may have felt very much without love for quite some time, and it may not necessarily have been a top priority on someone else's, you know, list of things to do. And I'm getting that somebody is wanting to change things around. They want to move on forward in love. Yeah, what else? Somebody is really hoping for a new love to come into their life. Look at that. It's like you're not willing to take anything less than what's going to give you the long-term security here with the Page of Pentacles in reverse with the 10 of Pentacles. That's literally what I've just been saying. Somebody wants the whole shebang. They want the new beginning. Look at that. The Fool. Could be dealing with an Aries as well. Somebody wants to have new. And if it's new, it potentially could be with a past person wanting to come back around and rekindle something, you know, zhuzh it up a bit and bring it back to life, and somebody wants to move on forward in that sense. Or somebody is just willing to take a chance on love again and they're wanting to move on forward and have fun in their life and not take things so seriously and just accept, you know, invitations to parties and go out and enjoy themselves. I mean, we do have Halloween in this particular week, so you may receive an invitation for a Halloween party and decide to travel and go towards that. You never know, you may bump into someone who you feel potentially you know, very drawn to in relation to starting up something to do with a relationship. Somebody is feeling really fed up with feeling, you know, down in the dumps here with the 5 of Cups in reverse. Somebody really wants to move on from heartache. They've healed their old wounds from past relationships. They feel like they've done the work, they've done everything. They've broken toxic patterns or toxic relationships. They've done what they needed to do. Enough is enough. And they want to move on forward in their life and have a brand new beginning because they successfully finished off something that wasn't working for them anymore. And I feel like either you or your person, whoever you're dealing with, is just wanting some excitement in their life and have a brand new beginning, a tangible beginning here with the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, how beautiful is that? Someone definitely feels ready. Could be dealing with a Capricorn or with a fixed sign with the World card. So an Aquarius, a Leo, a Taurus or a Scorpio. Okay. So what else? Somebody is so ready to have a brand new beginning. They're fed up of other people letting them down and being unreliable, saying things that they're going to do, trying to keep, saying things, keeping empty promises, and they're not keeping their word. Someone's really fed up. They want the stability. There we go, Four of Wands. Somebody wants the long-term home, the success, potentially a reunion of sorts, or a union of a long-term happy commitment relationship. You may be in separation from someone right now. You could be in separation from potentially a divine counterpart, a high-level soulmate, or even a twin flame, because we have the 1111 card. I feel like you and your person may be in no contact or little contact as of right now, and someone's realizing that they've just had enough of that situation and they want things to kind of just change, and they're ready to move on, ready to have the next thing. But potentially there's still some sort of emotional imbalance to do with a connection of sorts. And either you or someone, I'm getting potentially you, regardless of whatever connection that you have with this other person or a deep connection with this other person, you may just decide to go towards the new love because you may be feeling a bit fed up and wanting something else. Somebody definitely, because you want justice to come in for you. Could be dealing with a Libra. You want you want something stable, something loyal, something committed. I mean, look at this with the King of Pentacles as well. Like, seriously, guys. Somebody really wants a long-term commitment. Like, potentially what I'm getting here is, if you are getting new love that isn't this past person, somebody who could be relatively wealthy, somebody who could work in a legal profession potentially, if not, then someone who may be a bit of a sugar mama, sugar daddy type thing, and you could be getting new love, and this new love is going to treat you very well. Like, you're not going to have to want for anything because you want the long-term security, the stability, you want balance in your life. I mean, this is your card. You just want things to go, go, go right now. You want things to move on forward. I feel like you've had enough of the stagnation and the stalemates and the waiting around and things to get right and things to just sort itself. You've just had enough and you want everything to change. It's like you're so ready just to get to where you want to get to. But potentially there's just, it's like trying to be patient, that eventually everything will work out when it's meant to work out. Like, I'm getting the sense that you may have been told several times about, divine timing and waiting for things to get to where they need to get to, and you may just be like, look, give us a break. I mean, we get told about divine timing all the time. When is it going to be my turn? When are we going to, when are things going to turn around for me? Like, I've done all this kind of self-love stuff. I've worked on me. I'm now a lot emotionally stronger and physically stronger and spiritually stronger and everything else. When is everything going to work out for me? When is it going to happen? And I'm getting this sense of impatience from you, and potentially you could be sent somebody else who's going to come forward towards you, and you may have to make a decision. Yeah, because you've been feeling a bit lost here with the Star in reverse. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. You may have felt like, what is with this all taking this all so long? Like, when am I going to have my equal give and take? When's it going to happen? when whoever I'm dealing with, are they going to have the courage to sort their ideas out and come back to me, and so we can manifest something new together and be victorious and successful in this union or reunion? I'm getting that could be a very specific message for someone. Oh, there could have been a lot of drama here with the Five of Swords. You may be receiving some sort of news that someone's gone through a lot of drama in their life, potentially here to do with a child, potentially. That's why they couldn't move things forward. What else? What else? Let's get what else. What else for Libra, please? For love. But all I'm getting in my head is yada, 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 yada. When is divine timing going to happen for me? You've been fantasizing about this give and take relationship for as long as you can remember. It's like you may have not received equally in the past, and you're like, look, I'm done with all of that. When is everything going to turn around for me? You've been overthinking it. You may have felt like at a crossroads for a long time, thinking, do I wait for this other person to come round, like being confused? Do I wait for them to come round and give us equal give and take? You know, do I move on to the next step in my journey and kind of end that particular relationship? Do I go for another relationship? Or if you're dealing with a twin flame or a divine counterpart, you can't necessarily end the particular relationship because you're kind of stuck with each other in a sense. That's the kind of long and short of it. But what I'm getting is that you kind of like, you've grown to accept a situation for what it is, and you're like, okay, well, maybe I could just have something else that's something relatively new for the time being until this other person has sorted their stuff out, because they may not necessarily have done that yet. Look at that with the Seven of Swords. Wow. Do you know what? I'm getting this sense that potentially you may have been frustrated with this person because they may have told you a few lies and said that they wanted a traditional commitment with you, but their actions didn't show otherwise, and there was just a lot of flighty in and out behaviour, a bit of a player, things were up in the air, didn't really necessarily move on forward, you know. And yeah, look at that, the imbalance, and this may have just really peed you off, and you decided, look, enough is enough. I decide that I'm giving up on the situation because I'm exhausted, and I refuse to be stuck up in my head anymore. I'm not going to have any more sleepless nights. I'm going to focus on myself, and if I choose to be single, then fair enough. But what I want to do is, yes, I'll be single, but I don't want to be single. I want the emotional fulfillment. I want the long-term situation. I don't want to, you know, I want things to turn around for me. You know, I'm kind of fed up with all these particular lies and deceits and what have you, and who's going to do this and who's going to do that, and you know, what's happening with so-and-so. It's like, you know, I couldn't care less. I just kind of want to find out what's going on with me. And, you know, you may be just focusing on yourself right now, and there's nothing wrong in that. So you maybe just want new love to come into your life because it's just all got a bit too much. Potentially, if you've been dealing with someone from the past, they may have previously ghosted you or abandoned the connection, and you may have thought, well, sod that. I don't know if I can be bothered with that anymore. I want balance and things to work out for me in my favour. You know? What shall I do? You know, is this person going to eventually come back around and ask me for a second chance or what? I know that they're not very happy in their life, but they still haven't come round to do it yet. They still haven't come round to tell me. Yeah, why haven't they come show me that they care for me? It's because they've been dealing with a third party, most likely, that they don't really want to necessarily be there with anymore, and they can't come forward towards you because they feel stuck here with the Two of Swords. I'm getting the sense that, like, this person who you're dealing with from the past does definitely want to come forward towards you, and they want to take you out, but they're closing out a difficult cycle in your life, in their life, and you most likely know of this. And this person has got to the point where I feel like you're at the end of your tether, and this person's at the end of their tether to do with this other situation if they felt like they've been stuck in that thing. And they want to have a new beginning. Look at that, the Tower and the Fool. Some sort of major thing is going to happen, and either you and them will eventually have a brand new beginning, but it may not just be as of right now. And that's like a divine intervention with the Tower card and the Fool. What else is going on for Libra? I mean, look at that. The Emperor in reverse and the Six of Wands. You could be dealing with a divine masculine who may have been a bit egotistical, but they're trying to be turning themselves round and gain their personal power back so that they can eventually step into who they're meant to be and come forward towards you and reconcile in divine timing with the Temperance card, with the Sagittarian energy. It's like you and them, you know that you are meant to have this reconciliation. You know that there's some sort of spiritual connection between the two of you, some sort of link, and that you have this emotional attachment between the two of you, and that you're meant to heal something. But it's like, you know that you guys are like old souls, and that you probably have done this before. You may be at a distance from each other. So that could be another reason why things haven't necessarily healed or moved on forward the way that you wanted to, because there potentially could be distance in the way. I mean, they may have to travel to see you. They may have car trouble or something. Or I don't know, you know what I mean. They may just feel like they can't come towards you right now. Potentially they haven't fully healed their shadow side. That's why they could be in the Emperor in reverse. Potentially, if they have been dealing with a third party, they've been repressing who they are in that other relationship by staying in that other situation when they haven't necessarily wanted to be there. And they want to come forward, and they need to change that around so that they can come forward towards you. But if they come forward towards you before they're ready, then there is only going to be unfair treatment towards you, and then that's not going to be fair, and you want things to be fair. So in order for you guys to be successful, for you to move on forward in the way that you would like to, and have victory and success, and to have a relationship that you can be really proud of and share a victory together, this person probably has a bit more healing that they need to do, and you may be a little bit frustrated thinking, oh my gosh, like, okay, I can accept that, but, you know, it's not just about waiting for this other person to sort themselves out. I mean, and you shouldn't wait. You don't have to wait. It's down to you at the end of the day about what it is that you want for yourself in your life. You know, we have free will. But at the end of the day, it's you got to do what you feel is right for you and what makes you feel comfortable. I feel like I really should start clarifying these majors, because there's quite a few here on the table, and we've got to find out what on earth is going on here, or what else is going on. This person is very tempted by you, make no mistake about it. They definitely want to come forward towards you. They definitely think and fantasize about having something equal with you, but potentially they're consumed elsewhere and they're not available to commit to you as of right now. You know, they probably know that you want the long-term home and the stability and the reunion and the success and everything between the two of you, and that you have had enough and that you want something else, but they still got their healing to do. They still got to be in solitude away from you in separation until they sort it out. Could be dealing with a Virgo. You may feel really alone, potentially. Feel like, you know, you're doing everything yourself. You may even be celibate. I mean, that's quite potentially. That could be another reason why you might be like, oh, well, when am I going to have new love? Because you've been waiting around for this other person. Or not waiting around specifically. It's like that actively waiting. It's like you kind of, you know, they're there in your heart and you're thinking of them and everything else. But you're focusing more on yourself and your own priorities. But it's like having this recognition that you know that you would like to be in a relationship. You know, you may feel like, okay, well, now my finances are right, I mean, this could be another thing. You could be, in a sense, settled financially, have your own place, have your own home. You know, your bank balance is good. You're on the right place with your career. You know what your purpose is in life. You know what you're doing. Everything is like all well and good, and you're moving forward in your own, you know, balanced state. But then potentially you may feel like, but I haven't got necessarily the closeness and the intimacy in my life, and that's why I feel a little bit, you know, where is the love? Like, everything else is here, but you know, what I really want is necessarily not here yet. And maybe you feel a little bit like, no, just upset that things haven't necessarily moved on forward as of yet for you. But they will do. They will. And it will be the right time. Oh my god, I could have just imagined you kind of like screaming at me at the video going, I know it's divine timing. Oh, yeah. So I've been there, done that, heard the, you know, got the t-shirt. What's happening with this Chariot for Libra? And that's the other thing to do with balancing. You may be really focusing on balancing your masculine and feminine energies, and this person needs to do the same because their emotions and their mind are probably not balanced. Their masculine, their feminine within them is not balanced, and they need to do all of that before they come forward towards you. So why is the Chariot? I mean, you don't necessarily want them to be here before they're ready. It's like, you know, when you bake a cake and you put it in the oven, you don't want to take the cake out before it's ready and then get a soggy bottom and a raw dough in the middle. Like, you don't want it. You're going to be like, oh, no thanks. I'll either chuck it away or put it back in the oven, and you wait until it's ready. What's happening with the Chariot? The Chariot. Why is the Chariot here, please? Oh, I can feel the frustration. Why is the Chariot here? Yeah, because you want your wish fulfillment. You are so ready to come out of hermit mode. Could be dealing with a Virgo. You could be so ready just to go like, do you know what? I want to come out of hiding. I'm emotionally fulfilled in every other area of my life, but there's just something missing. And, you know, you may even be tempted to contact this person before they're ready, to just say, you know, open up the lines of communication again. But you may have a little hunch as to be like, well, no, maybe it's not the right thing, maybe it's not the right timing to do that as of yet. Like, you may be incredibly tempted to, but you haven't done it. And there's nothing wrong in not doing it. It's probably better to not do it and wait for this person to come back around to then chase you rather than you chase them. But you are so ready to kind of get yourself out there. Potentially you may feel like, well, if this person, like, having this sense of like a little bit of fear, well, what happens if this past person doesn't come back around and they don't sort it out? Like, am I just going to be on the shelf? And you may have been a bit of fear of that. It's like everything else emotionally fulfilling, like, I'm, you know, in relation to my own single life and personal life, but I want the 10 of Cups. I want, you know, I've got the 9 here, but I haven't got the 10. And that 10 would be with this person, or would be to be in a relationship. You will eventually get there. You may have been very fixated on this other person, feeling that they're the last cup. They're the last cup for you to eventually move on forward to be where you want to be. And feel like you missed out on an opportunity with this person. But whatever is meant for you will be for you. What else can we get for Cancer? Oh, yeah, you've been very heartbroken, but you've healed your heart. You've healed it. You've worked really hard to grow and transform yourself. And potentially you're very open to the idea of there being potentially new people around who are very interested in you, sending you a few flirty messages. I mean, you know, who wouldn't want that? But at the same time, they may not necessarily be in the status to offer you the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. They just won't be. They can offer you a good time and a few messages and maybe a date or two, But is that really going to be as fulfilling as what you genuinely want for yourself? With this kind of Page of Wands, it's like all well and good, like having this potentially new romance, but it most likely will be short-lived. And you could have dealt with a lot of other relationships potentially that may have been that way and got your heart broken, and you're having to fix all of that, heal yourself from all of that. But you will eventually come out of a period of when you've been feeling lonely and isolated, and you'll come out of that. I'm going to clarify this Justice card now. What's this about? Why are you sitting here proudly? You're here upright, and that's brilliant. Why is Justice here? You need this person from the past to come forward towards you and just be honest. Look, just so that we're on the same page. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Like, we can express our feelings to each other and be mindful about how we express our particular feelings rather than just kind of pointing the finger, you know, but as long as they take responsibility for their, you know, actions and you do as well, then things can eventually balance out. But there needs to be a few things happening first, I'm feeling. Ooh, what was that? Somebody's been enlightened about a karmic situation or a karmic partner. Somebody's got a new perspective on love. Potentially someone's trying to control a situation. Somebody wants a new beginning. Yeah, they want a new beginning. They want justice to come in because they're ending a karmic cycle. Oh my days, with the Ten of Swords. So as much as you've been hurt, they've most likely been hurt, and oh, look at this. You will eventually have your reunion with your person, but it's just postponed. It's not like it's never going to happen. It will happen. It's just held up for right now with the Eight of Wands in reverse. There's just a bit of a slowdown. You will eventually get your offer of love from them, and they will extend and offer their heart open to you and get out of their own head so they don't feel trapped about offering you something anymore. Maybe they just had fear previously that you wouldn't want to work and grow on a connection with them, but then they'll eventually see that they needed to kind of, you know, bold up a little bit, get a bit more courage, get a bit more confidence up, and come forward towards you and transform an old situation and change things around and let you know that they've ended something else that didn't necessarily serve them and give you that message of communication. They, more than anything, they want to take a chance with you. But I'm getting the sense you may have felt a little bit ungrounded, a little bit unsure. It's definitely a time to kind of ground the energy right now so that something new can come in. But this person, they do want to come forward. They do want to date you. They do want to move it together, move it forward. But they've been in something else, most likely. They are saying goodbye to this other situation for real though, they will. They will communicate. They look at you from social media, or if you have if you're on a social media platform, if you're on YouTube or anything like that. Potentially they even have an ex that they're dealing with, a karmic partner most likely, who's also stalking you in your social media. But this person is obsessively thinking about you and wanting to make plans to come forward towards you, but you're being asked to be patient as of right now. And I know that's incredibly difficult to hear, because it's like wanting things to be here as of right now when everything's taken a lot longer than you've expected it to take. And that can be incredibly frustrating, and I totally get that. But you will eventually receive some sort of news, but there's just some sort of delay as of right now. I'm just going to find out one more card. I'm just looking at the time. I'm going to clarify this judgment, and I'm going to clarify this Emperor in reverse, and then we'll close off the reading, okay guys? So what's this judgment here? What's the judgment here for Libra? Somebody wants to come back, but they're stuck. They've got a third party interference, somebody who's causing trouble in their life, and they want to come back and let you know and have a reconciliation and ask for a second chance, but they haven't quite finished their lesson of whatever it is they need to do as of yet. They need to give up on that situation because it's not working anymore with the Seven of Wands in reverse. There are other people who are most likely meddling and coming in between your relationship or situation that they're having to kind of fight off because they don't want to be stuck in that other thing anymore. They are so bored with being in this other situation as much as you are. I mean, like, I'm getting the sense that if you are this kind of higher level soulmate, twin flame, what have you, that you're mirroring each other right now. You're both wanting the reunion. It's just not necessarily happening as of right now. And this person, you're kind of bored about what's potentially happening in your life and you're wanting to move on to the next step. And your person is bored by being in this other third party situation that they don't necessarily want to be in, and you both want to be together. You both want to reunite and actually have something, but it's like, hold your horses, guys. Everything needs to take the time that it needs to take, because when it eventually does happen, everything is going to be really beautiful, and you're going to look back on it all and go, well, I'm really glad that we actually did everything the way that we were supposed to do it, and it took the time that it needed, because then it was really worthwhile. And then you'll eventually get your expression of love, and they'll tell you that they're going through a breakup with this other person, because they're definitely in their feels about it. They think about it all the time. Look at that. Think about coming forward towards you to let you know, look, I'm sorry I didn't break up with this other situation. I know that I've put you in separation for a long time. Can we fix this? Can we make it right? Can I come forward towards you and work on the connection? That's all they've been thinking about. What's this Emperor in reverse? I just feel like this person hasn't necessarily, you know, got their power back, their mojo back as of right now. Yeah, they need to heal. Four of Swords. That's literally what I've been saying this whole time. From an old situation that doesn't serve them anymore. A karmic cycle, Ten of Swords. Look. They need to eventually heal enough so that they can move on calmly from this old situation to then be victorious with you. And look at that. Because the investment with the person who they thought was their person, baby mama, baby daddy, could have had children together. The investment, it didn't last. It wasn't working. It wasn't worthwhile. It was heartbreaking. It wasn't their person. You knew it wasn't their person, and now they know that it's not their person, but they can't come forward towards you as of yet because they need to finish this off. This other relationship that they were in was just financially draining, and it wasn't built on a solid foundation, and that's why it ended, or it needs to end. There was just purely, you know, material attraction between the two of them, or lust even, but not, you know, but not actual love. You know, there's no love there. I'll take one more for the Emperor, and then I'm going to close out the reading. One more for the Emperor. They know that they weren't right together for this other person, and that it's meant to be you and them. That's too much. The Emperor. Where's the Emperor here, please? For Libra. Emperor in reverse, please. Is there anything else? Anything else you want to tell us? All they want to do is come forward towards you and make plans, but they can't come forward. They can't come forward here with the Two of Wands in reverse. There will be a reconciliation, and it will be very sudden when they do come back around, but they've made their choice. Your person has made their choice, and their choice is that they want to be with you and not this other person. And you know this here with the High Priestess in reverse. You know, they may have to keep themselves separate from you, even though they don't want to. They have to keep themselves isolated from you because they probably have to close up something else. There's most likely a really good reason as to why they haven't necessarily come forward as of yet. But most likely they stayed in this other relationship or situation because they didn't necessarily have the strength to yet again be able to leave, and that's why they need to heal themselves and to retreat with the Four of Swords. They need quality time to themselves to kind of regroup and heal from a broken relationship that they've been in, most likely, so that they can come forward towards you as their healed, full, complete self. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the reading. I hope that you have enjoyed. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. Leave us a comment. I greatly appreciate it. I will reply back to those comments. If you do decide to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get an alert as to when I post another video for you. Also, if you are interested, I am available on TikTok and I have an account over there called My Way Tarot 444, where I post quite regularly shorter love readings. Okay, guys? Also, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm very grateful that you are here. And also, enjoy your Halloween. I hope that you have a really good week, and we'll speak to you soon for the November readings. Okay? Take care. Bye for now.